So next we are going to do question number second of exercise 12.2. One of the exterior angle of a triangle is 80 and interior opposite angles are equal to each other. What is the measure of each of these equal angles? So exterior angle is equal to 80 and interior opposite angles are equal to each other. So let the interior opposite angles be equal to x. Therefore, we know that exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. So exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. Therefore, x plus x is equal to 80 or 2x is equal to 80 or x is equal to 80 by 2 is equal to 40. So x comes out to be 40 degree. Now we're going to do third question. One of the exterior angle of a triangle is 100 degree and interior opposite angles are in ratio 2:3. Find all the angles of triangle. So exterior angle is 100 degree and interior opposite angles are in ratio 2:3. Therefore, we can write these angles as 2x and 3x. Because here these are in ratio 2:3, so let one angle is 2x and other angle will be equal to 3x. Therefore, one angle is 3x, other is 2x, and again exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. So 100 is equal to 3x plus 2x is equal to 5x. Therefore, x is equal to 100 divided by 5, which is comes out to be 20 degree. So x is 20 degree. So this angle is 2x. So 2 into 20 is equal to 40. So 2x is equal to 20 into 2 is equal to 40 degree and other angle is 3x is equal to 60 degree. So 20 into 3 comes out to be 60. Now we are going to do next question. Next question in our syllabus is question number 6. So determine the angles of these triangles. We have to determine the angles in the following triangles. So our first triangle, exterior angle is given as 130 degree and opposite interior angles are given as x and x plus 10. X and x plus 10. Again, exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. Therefore, 130 is equal to x plus 10. This is equal to 2x plus 10 is equal to 130. So 10 will be subtracted from 130. It will become 120 is equal to 2x. Therefore, x comes out to be 120 divided by 2 is equal to 60 degree. So x is 60 degree. One angle is 60. So this is 60. Another angle is x plus 10. So 60 plus 10 is 70. So it is 70 degree. This is the first question. First part of question number 6. And so we are using the theorem that exterior angle is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles. Now we will move to the next question. So next triangle, exterior angle is given as 150 degree and interior opposite angles are given as 2x and 3x. Therefore, again 150 is equal to 2x plus 3x. Exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles and x comes out to be 150 divided by 5 is equal to 30 degree. So x is 30 degree. Therefore, angles are 2x is equal to 2 into 30 is equal to 60 degree. Another angle is 3x is equal to 3 into 30 is equal to 90 degree. Then is third question, third part. So this is our triangle. So exterior angle is given as 5x and interior angle is 2x and 36. So exterior angle is 5x and interior angle is 2x and 36. So 5x is equal to sum of opposite interior angle is equal to 2x plus 36. So therefore 2x is equal to 5x is equal to 36, 3x is equal to 36, x comes out to be 36 minus 5 is equal to 12. So exterior angle is equal to 5x is equal to 5 into 12 is equal to 60. So 2x is equal to 2 into 12 is equal to 24. So this angle is 5x. 5 into 12 is equal to 60 and other angle is 2x is equal to 24. Other angle is 24. Now we'll move to the next question. To next question we'll move. So our next question, move to the next exercise. Our next exercise is 12.4. So next exercise is 12.4. Therefore, properties of triangle. The property of triangle used here is Pythagoras theorem. So in this chapter, we will do the Pythagoras theorem. So it is a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, one angle is equal to 90 degree. One angle is equal to 90 degree. So right angle triangle, if the angle is 90, so it is a right angle triangle. So the angle which is the side of the triangle which is opposite to the 90 degree is the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is the side which is opposite to 90 degree. Then if we talk with respect to angle theta, then the side which is opposite to angle theta is the perpendicular, and other side will be the base of the triangle. So 90 degree angle is always between the perpendicular and base and perpendicular. So theta is always between base and hypotenuse, and right angle is always between perpendicular and base. Now we'll study Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem states that hypotenuse square means the length of the hypotenuse. So length of hypotenuse square is equal to length of base squared plus length of the perpendicular square. Hypotenuse square is equal to base squared plus perpendicular squared. So base squared plus perpendicular square is equal to hypotenuse square. This is the Pythagoras theorem. Now there is reverse. Another is the reverse of the Pythagoras theorem. Means if in a triangle, so we don't know that the triangle is a right angle triangle or not, but if in any triangle the square of one side is equal to the sum of squares of the other two sides. Sum of square of other two sides means if a square is equal to b square plus c square, then we can prove, then we have proved that triangle ABC is a will be a right angled triangle. It will be a right angled triangle. Therefore, perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. So this is the Pythagoras theorem, and the reverse of the theorem is that if the square of two sides is equal to the sum of square of two sides is equal to the third side, then the triangle will be a right angled triangle. Also, hypotenuse is the hypotenuse A. Hypotenuse will be the largest side of the right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, the largest side will be hypotenuse, and the sum of other two sides will be equal to the sum of the sum of squares of other two sides will be equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Now we'll move to the exercise 12.4. So first question, the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is 65 centimeter. If one of its side is 60 centimeter, find the length of the other side. So the hypotenuse is given as 65 centimeter. Hypotenuse is given as 65 centimeter. So the base is 60 centimeter. One side is given as 60 centimeter. Hypotenuse is 65 centimeter. We have to find the other side. So let other side be equal to x. Let the third side be equal to x. Then by Pythagoras theorem, x squared plus 60 squared must be equal to 65 squared. Means base squared plus perpendicular squared must be equal to the square of the hypotenuse. 65 is the hypotenuse, 60 is the base, and x is the perpendicular. Therefore, x square will be equal to 65 square minus 60 square. X will be 65 square minus 60 squared. So here it is a squared minus b squared. We can use the formula here. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So 65 is equal to a, 60 is equal to b. So x squared will be equal to a squared minus b squared. So a plus b into a minus b. 65 plus 60 into 65 minus 60. So this comes out to be x squared is equal to, so x square will be equal to 125. 65 plus 60 is 125, and 65 minus 60 is 5. 125 into 5 is equal to, so x square comes out to be 125 into 5 is equal to 625. So x is equal to, x square is 625, x will be the square root of 625, and square root of 625 is equal to, 625 is the square of 25. Therefore, x is equal to 25. So the third side will be 25. Therefore, third side is x is equal to 25. So third side x is 25. Now we'll move to the next question. So question number second. The sides of a triangle are 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 6 centimeter. Determine if it is a right angled triangle. So we have to check if it is a right angled triangle or not. So we know the converse of the theorem. So we know the largest side will be the hypotenuse. So we will write the larger side as 6 and if it is a right angle triangle, then 3 and 4 will be the base and the perpendicular, and 6 will be the hypotenuse. So to check it, we have to find if the sum of squares of base and perpendicular is equal to square of the hypotenuse, which is 6 centimeter. So 3 square plus 4 square must be equal to 6 squared. 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 25. 6 square is equal to 36. Now we'll check. So 6 square is equal to 36. 3 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 9 plus 16. 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. So the square must be equal to 36, but here the square comes out to be 25, which is not equal to 6 squared. It is not equal to the 25. So it is not equal to 25. Therefore, not a right angle triangle. It is not a right angle triangle. For this triangle to be right angle triangle, this must be, the side must be equal to the 3 square plus 4 square. That is, the side must be 5 centimeter. If this is 3, this is 4, then for this triangle to be right angle triangle, this side must be equal to 5 units or 5 centimeter, but this is 6 centimeter. Therefore this is not a right angle triangle. This is not a right angle triangle. So this is a right angle triangle. Now we'll move to the next question. We'll move to the next question. We'll move to the next question. So our next question is question number 4. Next question is question number 4. So question number 4 says that a ladder 5-meter long reaches a window of house 4-meter above the ground. So the window of the house is 4-meter above the ground. The window is 4-meter above the ground. And the length of the ladder is given as, ladder is 5-meter long. So length of the ladder is 5-meter. The length of the ladder is 5-meter, and we have to find the distance between the base of the ladder and the house. We have to find the distance between the base of the ladder and the house. So the distance between the base and the house. Let this distance be equal to x. So we know that because houses are always perpendicular to ground, a house will always be perpendicular to the ground. It will always be vertical. Therefore this angle will always be 90. Since this angle is always 90, so this is a right angled triangle, and the side 5-meter, the ladder which is opposite to the 90 degree is the hypotenuse of the triangle. So this is the hypotenuse of the triangle, and other side 4 meter is the side length of the perpendicular, and base we have to find. So height is 5 meter, base is 4 meter, and perpendicular is 4 meter, and base is, let the base be x. Now we can use the Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse squared is equal to base squared plus perpendicular squared. Base squared plus perpendicular squared. So 5 square is equal to x squared plus 4 squared. 5 square plus minus 4 squared must be equal to the x squared. Therefore 25 minus 16 is equal to x squared. So 25 minus 16 is equal to 9 is equal to x squared. So square root of 9 is equal to x. X comes out to be 3 meter. So the distance between the base of the ladder and the house, the distance is base is equal to x is equal to 3 meter. So by Pythagoras theorem we have find. Now we'll move to the next question. So next question is question number 7 is our next question. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AC is equal to BC. If AB squared is equal to 2 AC squared, prove that ABC is right angled triangle. So we have a triangle. We have a so because we have to prove it is a right angle triangle, so one angle must be, we will draw it as ABC. One angle might be 90, but we have to prove that. So this is side AC, this is side, the side AC and BC are given equal. AC is equal to BC, given AC is equal to BC. If AB squared is equal to 2 times AC squared, AB squared is 2 AC squared, then triangle ABC is a, we have to prove that triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. We have to prove that triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. So the side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. So let this be the perpendicular P and BC be equal to the base B. BC is the base B. So given, it is given that base is equal to perpendicular. Since the two sides are equal, so base is equal to perpendicular is given and hypotenuse is h. Now AB squared, it is also given as AB squared is equal to 2AC squared. Therefore we can write h squared, we have to prove h squared is equal to AC squared plus AC squared. 2AC squared we can write as AC squared plus AC squared. And because AC and BC are equal, it is given AC is equal to BC, we can write like this. Therefore from here we can say h squared is equal to AC squared plus AC square, we can write BC squared. So h square is equal to AC squared plus BC squared. We can write it like this. So therefore P squared plus AC is the perpendicular and BC is base. So h squared is equal to P squared plus B squared. Therefore hypotenuse squared is equal to perpendicular square plus base squared. Since we have proved that hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular squared plus base square, therefore we can write this as equation 1. By equation 1 we have proved, by equation 1 we prove ABC is a right angled triangle. ABC is a right angled triangle.
ABC is a right triangle.
So we have proved it, and we'll move to the next question. Question 8 is the next question in our syllabus. So next question is our syllabus is question number 8. So question Question number 8. A right angle triangle is an isosceles triangle. So we have a right angle triangle and it is also an isosceles triangle. One angle is 90. So this is the hypotenuse and other two sides perpendicular and base are equal. Other two sides are perpendicular and base and these are equal because it is a right angle isosceles triangle. So base is equal to perpendicular. It is given that base is equal to perpendicular. So therefore hypotenuse squared is equal to 50 units. It is given that hypotenuse square is equal to 50 units. What is the length of each of its legs? So we have to find the hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So hypotenuse is 50 units. So 50 is equal to base squared plus perpendicular squared. So we can write it as, because base is equal to perpendicular, therefore base squared plus perpendicular square is equal to base square plus base square. So 50 is equal to 2 times of base squared. So 50 by 2 is equal to base squared is equal to 25 and therefore base comes out to be square root of 25 is equal to 50 is equal to 5. 5 units is the base and base is equal to perpendicular, therefore perpendicular is also equal to 5 units because it's an isosceles right angled triangle. And we'll move to the next question. So our next question is question number 10 is our next question. Find the perimeter of a rectangle whose width is 5 meter and diagonal is 13 centimeter. So we have a rectangle and we know that each angle of a rectangle is, each vertex is angle 90. Each vertex angle of a rectangle is equal to 90. So find the perimeter of rectangle whose width is 5 centimeter and diagonal is given as 13 centimeter. So width is 5 centimeter and the diagonal is 13 centimeter. So diagonal is 13, which is hypotenuse, and this is the perpendicular. Since diagonal is opposite to the right angle 90, therefore perimeter we have to find. Perimeter of a rectangle, perimeter of rectangle is 2 times, it is 2 times width plus breadth or length. 2 times width plus length. So let the length of the triangle be, let length is equal to, length of rectangle is equal to x. So A, B, C is a right angled triangle. ABC in triangle ABC is a right angled triangle since angle B is equal to 90 degree. Therefore by Pythagoras theorem, AC is the hypotenuse. Therefore AC square must be equal to, AC is opposite to the right angle, so AC squared, AC is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse squared is equal to perpendicular square plus the base squared. Therefore 13 square must be equal to 5 squared plus the base squared. So 169, 13 square is 169, must be minus 25 or minus 5 square must be equal to b square. 169 minus 25 is 144. Therefore 144 is b squared and square root of 144 is equal to b. So 144 is the square root of 144 is 12. So b base comes out to be 12 centimeter. So the length of the x is equal to, length is equal to 12 centimeter. Length of the rectangle. Now we have to find the perimeter of the rectangle. So perimeter is equal to 2 times 5 plus 12. 5 is the width and 12 is the length. Therefore 2 times of 17. 17 to the 24 is 34. Therefore 34 centimeter is the perimeter of the rectangle. This was our question number 10. So now we'll move to the last question. So last question number 11 is the last question of the exercise 12.4. So the whole exercise is based on the Pythagoras theorem. Question number 11. The length of a picture frame is 80 centimeter and its diagonal is 100 centimeter. Find its perimeter. So this is a picture frame. It is rectangular in shape. Picture frames are rectangular in shape. The length is given as 80 centimeter. So 80 centimeter is the length and the diagonal, and its diagonal is 100 centimeter. Diagonal is 100 centimeter. So as all the vertex angles of a rectangle are 90 and 100 meter is the hypotenuse, as it is opposite to the right angle of the triangle ABC. Therefore in triangle ABC, hypotenuse is equal to 100 centimeter. Now base is equal to 80 centimeter. Since angle B is equal to 90, it is a right angled triangle ABC. So ABC triangle is a right angled triangle. Therefore by Pythagoras theorem, we have hypotenuse square is equal to base squared plus perpendicular square. Hypotenuse is 100 squared is equal to 80 squared plus perpendicular is P. So 100 squared is 10,000 minus 80 squared. So 80 squared is 6,400. So 10,000 minus 6,400 is equal to P squared. Therefore 10,000 minus 6,400 is 3,600 is equal to P squared. Therefore P is equal to square root of 3600. Square root of 360 is equal to 36 into 100. Square root of 36 into 100. So square root of 36 is 6 into 100 square root is 10. So perpendicular is 6 into 10 is equal to 60. So the width of the frame is 60. Now perimeter is equal to, perimeter frame is 2 into width plus length. So 2 into width is, we have its length is given as 80 plus its width is 60. So 2 into 80 plus 60 is equal to 2 into 140, which is equal to 280. So 280 centimeter. 280 centimeter is the perimeter of the rectangle or perimeter of the picture frame. So now our exercise, this is the perimeter of the rectangle. So this our exercise 12.4 is now completed. Note down all the question in your notebooks, and if you have any doubt we will clarify in the class. Thank you.